Kuri's secret weapon, the Ice Golem. An undying construct that is fed magical power from a research facility. However, Engelbert rampages under the spell of the magic armor, and the Ice Golem is destroyed with the help of an unlikely alliance. Ramada appears alongside Jaden, whose forces keep Melnia and Renel at bay. Seizing their chance, Mont and the others make for Wizette's throne room. There they defeat Kuri. Peace is brought to Wizette, and yet...
Ketone.
I have returned from Wizette.
And Glaciella?
She and her people work hard in the name of restoring Wizette.
I see. As long as she fares well.
Mont, I think I should accompany you.
No. You are needed here. Surely you have heard the reports of the Sanctum advancing their war preparations. We do not know whether Sottili's gaze rests on Rundal or on Horn. Even with Shitzeldis acting commander of Solidus, it cannot be said the defenses here are perfect.
I am well aware of this. But have you forgotten that it is the allied army of Rundal and Heindler you face?
As formidable as the entire combined might of Horn and Leonis may be, there is no guarantee we stand a chance.
Adelard, even you would take such a stance?
My apologies, Your Highness, but as it stands,
Fighting alongside Rundal in our war against Wizette showed us a degree of what they are capable of. I will be vigilant, but I shall not be so cautious that I cannot take action when it is called for.
Mont.
I need you to understand, Ma Cherie. Rundal's invasion of Ovis will give them a foothold to push here, into eastern Ardra. Should Ovis be overtaken, they may well strike at Horn next. They must be stopped before that happens, no matter what.
You speak true. My father was keenly aware of the threat Rundal poses. It was for that very reason he agreed to the insult that was our alliance with Fennis.
I shall remain in the castle, but feel free to have Solir, Grawl, and Rachis accompany you in my stead. Their skills are sound, though I would not say the same for their personalities.
Are you certain? She is your sister.
But of course. However, there is one thing. It concerns Rachis.
And here I was looking forward to the idea of being able to go on a journey with Brother.
I really must apologize.
None of this is your fault.
I did not mean in regard to your spoiled plans.
Okay, then what did you mean?
It has been decided that Rachis will be joining us.
I heard. But this might just be a good thing, you know? I'd have to burn the castle down if I thought she'd have a chance of getting cozy with Brother while I was away.
Well, the truth of the matter is, this expedition is also an opportunity for us to ascertain Rachis's true motives.
Right, brother told me all about it.
Huh, is that so?
She was actually planning to serve Rundal, wasn't she? But then she fell in love with Brother and made her way here to Horn. It's so pathetic. I completely get it, though.
If Rachis acts suspiciously,
Oh, don't worry. You can leave that to me. I'll blow her to bits with the most merciless, full-powered blast of flare I can cast.
Oh, fancy seeing the two of you like this. I hope I'm not interrupting.
Interrupting what?
You two make a nice couple, just like Lord Adelard and myself. What's going on here? It is not like you to quietly stand there and hold your tongue.
Ovis Expedition Force, assemble!
Our allied army hereby marches for Ovis. We have but one objective: the liberation of Ovis. Their oppression under Rundal and Heindler can go unchecked no longer. Let us march forth. The people of Ovis await us. Ramada, what kind of place was Ovis in your eyes?
I suppose you could say it was idyllic. It almost felt as if the passage of time was slower there than in other places.
Is the royal family just as peaceful as their lands?
King Rogza is a quiet man, yet in his eyes dwells a glint most sharp.
I believe the eldest of the three sisters is Princess Lucielle.
That is correct. She was most lovely, never without a smile on her face. However,
There's more to her.
she is a woman whose motives are nigh impossible to read.
Wow, and that's coming from you.
Lilith,
Sorry, Your Highness.
I wonder what she feels toward King Oberon of Heindler. Deep in her heart, does part of her still have faith in him, despite his assault on her castle?
Who is to say? In the very least, she did not betray any signs of sadness while I was in her presence.
Is this really a battle we can win?
Should Ovis fall, the next nation to suffer the same fate will be.
I'm aware of what will happen. Painfully so, in fact. It's just... if Ovis does fall, we won't be returning from this one unscathed. This place might even end up being our grave, you know? If that's going to be our fate, then perhaps we should just walk away.
Lilith, I cannot believe even you would utter such words.
I'm sorry. I know it's not something that should be said. But after seeing Rundal's power when we were in Wazette, it makes me think about who'll protect you if Ramada or I were to fall. And when I do, my heart feels as if it will be torn apart.
Lilith.
I'm sorry. I will not speak like this again.
All that can be seen in the stars is a shroud of darkness.
Is this an omen that we will be consumed by Rundal?
That may be the case, but it also may not.
Is there another threat to Ovis beyond that of Rundal and Heindler?
The fates are ever shifting. I speak only of possibilities.
Those were troops from Horn and Leonis. Grawl and Rayches were among them too. I'm glad they're both okay. They're headed in the direction of Ovis. Wait, does that mean they're going to take on Rundal and Heindler? If that happens, there's no way the destruction won't reach this forest. I'd better head on back.
What's the matter, Tyrell? You're in quite the rush.
Troops from Horn and Leonis just passed through the forest.
What?
Ovis is being invaded by Rundal and Heindler at this very moment.
Could the forces you saw be on their way to aid Ovis?
Yes, I think that could be the case.
Do they truly stand a chance?
Well, I don't know. It might be a good idea to leave the forest.
You think the flames of war will spread here, don't you?
I do, yes. Hey, Venera. I was thinking. Maybe we should stop living in a place like this and ask Horn to take us in.
No, we can't do that.
But why not? That child bears the blood of Lord Dario, a true member of Horn's royal family.
It is my fault that Dario is no longer of this world. Had I not been married off to Horn under the guise of Maraka's daughter, he would still be with us.
But you were just doing as you were ordered.
The people of Izog and our cursed blood have no place in royal families. And that is where half of this child's blood comes from.
Venera.
I am sure Lord Dario would want a happier life for his sweet, beautiful child.
Why must it rain so heavily? Does this happen every time you leave the castle?
You moan about the rain, but really, you're just scared of going to Ovis, aren't you?
Me? Scared?
And now, you're just trying to come up with whatever excuse you can find to head back to the castle. Am I wrong? What are you looking at?
I was merely thinking about how strange you were acting. So, what would you do if I decided to return to the castle?
Well,
You needn't worry yourself. I'll be here, and I shall protect you.
what?
You will be my little sister once this war is behind us, after all.
Who does she think she is?
That was rather unlike her, to say the least. Perhaps her nerves have gotten the better of her, what with the battle that is ahead of us. What could it be?
That's the last thing it could possibly be! She's going to betray us! She's just waiting for the perfect chance to do it!
I wonder...
Come on! We should get moving.
You're right. Let us make haste. We will soon enter the lands of Ovis. We cannot afford to fall any further behind the main force.
Livio! Olim!
Where were you two? You disappeared into thin air!
We were worried, you know.
My apologies. We went out on reconnaissance.
Were you checking on the Rundal army?
Goga, actually. Goga? As in the same Goga that all but destroyed Saiga? That's the one.
So, did you find anything out?
We learned that they're preparing for war.
Which means we shall be seeing them on the battlefield soon.
That can't be good.
Which side will they take?
Rundal's most likely.
But we're already totally outmatched as it is. Why do they have to come and make things worse? Ugh!
There's no way we're gonna win this now.
Miss Ramada is still nowhere to be found as well. She hasn't returned yet? I'm afraid not.
I'm starting to think we're really on our own now.
Maybe we should just run away too, then.
Have you forgotten the lake which surrounds us? It was hard even for us shinobi to make it to land.
Oh no. What are we gonna do now?
We don't exactly have many options, huh?
I cannot apologize enough. Had I not involved you in our war...
You're not to blame for this.
That's right! It's all Rundal's fault this is happening!
Listen, Dia. We found out that Goga is preparing for war.
Has King Robza been in contact with them by any chance?
Not that I'm aware of, no. I can only assume they will take the side of Rundal and Heindler.
It figures.
We'll have to withdraw if Goga happens to side with Ovis, though.
I really hope King Mont and the others get here before it's too late. King Roxa!
Is something the matter?
The water level,
The water surrounding the castle drops lower by the minute.
At this rate, there'll be nothing left to stop the enemy from attacking!
Is that what has the three of you so excited?
Huh? What do you mean?
It is by my decision that the water level falls.
But why would you allow such a thing?
I have been informed that Rundal has a siege cannon capable of laying waste to our castle.
They've got a cannon that powerful?
It would appear they mean to mount it upon their ship.
Which means...
This castle will be reduced to rubble should that ship be allowed to move freely.
But we'll be overrun by their troops without the water to protect us.
You think I have not considered this?
Oh, I didn't mean it like that, Your Highness.
The water has kept our enemies at bay for long enough.
Do you mean for reinforcements to come?
Indeed. Naturally, our stratagem does not end with this. What is it? Speak up.
I heard that King Oberon is Lady Luciel's betrothed. But Heinler still tries to bring down Ovis Castle despite this.
That man is not capable of truly seeing such a deed done.
That man? Why would she refer to him like that?
But Heindler and Rundal have formed an alliance, haven't they?
Yes, that fact does not escape me. But of what consequence do you believe it to be? The love that man bears for me is more substantial than any alliance.
What is the matter?
Do you not feel it? There is something peculiar about Lady Luciel.
You mean the way she speaks of King Oberon?
That's right.
She referred to him as that man.
And not once, but twice for that matter.
Lady Luciel and King Oberon. They share a love fostered over the period of many moons. A love that even I have been witness to. Yet now, I find it questionable.
It is possible that Lady Luciel intends to exploit King Oberon in order to preserve Ovis.
True. But that may be merely a necessity born from our dire circumstances. What I cannot shake from my mind is the look in her eyes.
I too was bothered by that. The chilling glint in her gaze. She sacrificed so much to help Lady Shalza and Lady Rashina escape. Having done so, I thought she had resolved herself to share in the fate of Ovis Castle.
Then it is likely prudent for us to assume that something has happened.
We could investigate.
But we must be sure not to rouse suspicion.
I would not dream of it.
Ovis lies directly ahead of us.
So, that lake far off in the distance is what protects the castle.
That is correct. However, I cannot imagine that will remain the case for long.
Then let us make haste.
I take it that is the magic you siphoned from the crystal.
That is none of your concern.
None of my concern. Indeed, that is true.
What do you think you're doing?
it occurs to me that your lives are none of my concern either. Which means I could easily take them from you here and now.
Have you lost your mind?
Enough of this. There is no reason for such anger. What happened to you in the castle?
What do you intend to do with this magic you have siphoned?
The magic that dwells within the crystals is a source from which miracles are produced.
I see now. You illegally mine the crystals for their magic and use it to seduce the people into believing in your faith.
We do no such thing. Lord Sottily guides the people along the path of righteousness.
Righteousness? And just where does Sottily intend to lead these people?
To a release from the fear of death's embrace.
Is that supposed to mean immortality?
Huh. We return to the sanctum.
As you command.
Did you find the ancient tome?
No, but it is merely a matter of time before it is ours. The miasma from the crystal does not pervade this far. You may remove your protective gear. Now let us return to the sanctum. You do not wish to part with your homeland?
Did you not hear Lady whisper? It is time to move. Who goes there?
Who would you be?
Rafal. And this is Eliza.
Otherwise known as the Royal Thorns.
The Royal Thorns.
You waylaid us knowing that this is Lady Whisper?
Oh, but of course.
We knew you would show up sooner or later. All we had to do is wait.
The two of you will achieve nothing against us.
That kind of thinking is what gets grunts like you cut down first.
What?
We have our own fair share of dependable friends, you see. Stern, to whom will you side?
I will take no sides in this. I owe Sottily nothing. Not any debts, nor my allegiance.
Traitor!
Are you sure you want to do that? Rarely do I allow fools to get away with pointing their blades at me.
Those people, do they not hail from Leonis?
That is a place I have long abandoned. Its people are no longer my concern. And besides, I doubt they would even need my help.
I think we might have something to say about that.
Little Leela.
No.
They look surprised.
I can see it on their miserable faces, huh?
We kept a nice close eye on that hideout of yours.
Turns out the runt was left to hold the fort all on her own, huh?
Those painful memories of her friends getting slaughtered in front of her eyes must have all come flooding back when she saw us. She just sat there trembling, didn't even get a single scream out of her.
Ah, easy now. You know what happens to the runt if you don't play along, huh?
This isn't good.
What do we do? Stop calling me Runt.
Huh?
I have an amazing and extremely lovely name. It's Little Leela.
Huh? You what now?
I was all but broken inside. I didn't want to die. I was ready to do whatever it took to survive. But after Eliza and the others helped me, death was the thing I started to want. I couldn't stop asking myself why I was the only one to survive.
Stop! You mustn't blame yourself.
I even started to think I was the one who was supposed to die back there. Every day I cried my eyes out. No matter how much I wailed and wept, my tears never ran dry. But eventually, I realized there was something I had to do. I survived all of this to make sure that Valide and Sosha were avenged. Little Leela.
You're gonna be the one doing the avenging?
That's a good one, huh?
You want vengeance?
Come and get it. Kill us if you can. Come on, Runt. Come on!
It really doesn't have to be me who kills you.
What are you getting at?
You two thought I'd passed out, so you blabbed on about a whole lot of things on the way here, didn't you?
A whole lot of what things?
She was just pretending, huh?
I did what I had to do, thank you very much.
Shut your face! If you don't, we'll do it for you.
Just do it! We don't need her spilling nothing.
Enough.
Huh?
Why are you stopping us, huh?
Because I find this fascinating. Speak, child.
They were talking about what happened at Anvil Castle. Those ancient relics you took from us. You kept one hidden for yourselves, didn't you?
We don't know what you're talking about, huh?
Huh. How very interesting. Explain yourselves.
It's, quite the story.
They're planning to turn on Sottily.
We didn't say anything of the sort, did we, brother?
We only talk about that kind of thing when there's no one else around, huh?
Brother.
Oh, hell.
Durando, Gargus. I shall decide on how to deal with you upon our return to the Sanctum. The crime of conspiracy against Lord Sottily is one most intolerable.
What do we do, brother?
You need to ask. We're headed straight for the chopping block at this rate, huh?
They're gonna have our heads?
I guess we'll just have to make sure no one finds out.
What are you thinking?
Whisper won't stand a chance if we don't get in there, huh?
You know what? I think you're right. All I see is Whisper and a whole lot of grunts.
Well then, there's just one thing left for us to do.
Little Leela! It's a relief to see you're all right.
I thought it was over when I saw they had you. I'm sorry I made you worry. Well, we just turned a precarious situation into a perfect opportunity.
That's right. If anything, we owe you one. Now then.
We deal with Whisper here, and the Sanctum will surely be weakened. You think yourselves capable? You're about to find out that we are.
It is over. Continue this battle, and you shall lose that precious containment vessel of yours as well.
Where will you go now?
Who knows?
Do not play the fool.
I am not. I truly have no destination.
You are incomprehensible. Though I suppose the mind of one who slays their own father out of hatred is already beyond the realm of understanding.
Is that so?
However, free of your bonds, there are times you almost seem to embody hope. Where you are to go and what is to become of you, these things fascinate me. We return to the Sanctum.
Are you sure it's in your best interests to leave me here?
Should you ever turn your blade at Lord Sottily, I shall show you no mercy.
Hold it right there!
You do not think we'd simply stand here and let you flee, do you?
The miasma!
She does not deserve that kind of luck.
Mother, I know you are there.
Stern. Oh, how it relieves my heart to see you safe.
I read the diary in Elda's study. What I read, is all of that true?
Yes, every word of it.
Why? Why was everything kept from me?
We knew that you would have pursued Gilgamesh if we had told you. And that was what your father feared most.
Of course I would have. That is what family does.
Your father would rather bear the weight of all sins than lose you. That was his way. Unconventional and understood by none. But it was the only way he knew. Mont has marched to Ovis with Horn by his side.
To what end?
He intends to face Rundal and Heindler in battle.
What recklessness.
What will you do, my son?
I shall walk a different path to that of my brother.
Do you bear resentment for your father? Even now?
There were things I had indeed misunderstood about him. Yet even so, I cannot simply accept all of this for what it is. Perhaps this too is what it means to be of the Leonis bloodline. I shall set out to learn the truth, and the true nature of that crystal above Leonis.
No, you must not, Stern. You mean to confront Gilgamesh, do you not?
I do. And should it be he who is responsible for the destruction of Leonis, there will be a reckoning.
Now you have seen the entire castle. Well, are there any gaps in its defenses?
Nope, it's just as fortified as we'd heard. Not to mention there are more than enough cannons to keep any enemies at bay.
Providing they're stupid enough to attack from the front, that is.
That means there are other ways?
Is that not the very reason you keep us around?
True, but still.
What? Scared, are you?
Merely conquering Rundal Castle will achieve nothing. We cannot take action unless we can be assured that Jaden's head will be ours.
Does that mean we're stuck here until that day comes?
There are others in the castle who bear a loathing for Jaden.
Interesting. Can they be trusted?
These women all had their homelands taken from them, crushed and trampled under Rundal. Their hatred will never fade.
They're just like me, then.
You suffered in the same way.
Jaden wiped out my tribe and took our nation from us.
And that is how you ended up with Goga.
That's right. And I will break his precious Rundal for it. There is nothing I will not do to see it done.
I can see it. That's the castle of Ovis.
In sight it may be, but there is still a ways to go.
I guess we are not yet close enough to tell how they fare.
I am afraid not, Your Highness.
Then we should keep moving.
Yes. Let us press on.
Your Highness! Garvel of the Arms Stealers Guild is here and seeks an audience with you.
Garvel, you say?
How would you have us proceed, Your Highness?
I shall see him. Allow no others to enter.
As you wish, Your Highness.
It's been quite some time, Princess Luciel.
You need not suffer such formalities with me.
All right, we'll do this the usual way then. As you can imagine, I'm not here to sell you weapons.
Yes, I assume that to be the case.
That ring of yours, I don't suppose you feel like leaving it in my care?
This ring?
Don't misunderstand me. If you don't like where this is going, feel free to send me on my way.
What is it that you scheme?
I'm not the one who's doing the scheming. Gernsback is.
Gernsback, you say?
The one and only.
You mean to say that this request comes from Heinler?
It certainly does. Seems they're ready to go to any lengths to ensure your safety.
And you believe that? Thinking I would willingly entrust this ring to you?
Not at all. There's no way you would part with the ring now that you've finally got your hands on it.
I do not know what you allude to. I am the Princess of Ovis.
I've met Princess Luciel plenty of times. And not just for the sake of selling weapons. I'm the one who keeps her informed when it comes to the activities of the great houses. But you wouldn't know that now, would you?
There's something most peculiar about this conversation. It does not add up.
It most certainly does not. There may be something far more sinister afoot than I had feared.
Don't go getting the wrong idea. I have no intention of bringing your little world down around you.
Then, what is it you want? Your desires are but a haze to me.
As it stands, Rundal is on its way to unifying Ardra and becoming its undisputed ruler. And that's the one thing I don't want to come to pass.
Because you will no longer be able to ply your trade in weapons?
That's right.
In other words, you would like to see Rundal wiped from these lands.
Wiped away without a trace. Once we're done here, I'm going to run from the castle.
Run? To what end would you need to do so?
In order to make it look like I have that ring of yours. I imagine Heinler would be left with a little choice but to hunt me down. Acquiring the ring would take away Jaden's reason for invading Ovis, after all.
That will not work as you wish it to. As long as I have this ring, Jaden will never relent in his assault.
Gernsback seems to have his hopes set on me acquiring it. But I'm under no illusion of that happening. And even so, here I am.
Which brings us to the question of why.
You can stop playing innocent with me.
Very well. I take it you want to isolate Rundal and have us strike at them, while you keep Heinler distracted.
That wasn't so hard, was it? Now, Ovis still has another card up its sleeve, doesn't it? I know things, you see. All kinds of things. I'd say it's about time you put that card on the table. So, how about it?
Very well. We shall lend you our strength.
I like it when you're quick on the uptake.
I shall refrain on calling on the power of the ring for a time, in order to make it appear as if it is in your possession.
Good thinking.
Once you leave the castle, I suggest you make for the heart of the Eastern Forest.
I know the one. There's a clearing, right?
You shall find someone there who can aid you.
All right. The heart of the forest it is, then.
Are you truly sure you caught sight of Rundal troops?
No doubt about it. Their troops are spread out all over the area.
So they've managed to completely surround Ovis Castle.
As it stands, things are not going to improve for us.
I agree. Let us punch a hole in their lines and make for Ovis Castle.
Ready when you are.
Wow, aren't you all nice and relaxed? It's almost as if you are yet to realize we're in the middle of a war.
What did you just say?
Stand down. Lord Alon, is there something you wish to say?
Oh, am I not making myself clear? I was just thinking that it cannot possibly take this long to load one cannon onto a ship. And another thing. You, with the sour face.
I have a name. It's Resnick.
I've heard about you sneaking away from the battlefield. You're up to something, aren't you? I go off to take care of my own duties, only to come back and find the war effort at a standstill. Is it any surprise that you're being criticized? I'd expect a lot more discipline from soldiers fighting a war.
Elan, you are crossing the line. King Jaden has great expectations of Heinler. We would like you to keep that in mind at all times. How high and mighty?
Watch your tongue!
Great expectations of Heinler. Don't make me laugh. Do you have any idea what pain this assault brings King Oberon?
He is forced to lay siege to the castle of his very own betrothed.
Enough of your prattling!
Cease this at once! We are allies.
Perhaps this is for the best.
You cannot mean that.
Is this not what you had desired?
But if our armies are divided at a time like this...
Then what do you propose? This cannot be stopped.
What is the meaning of this?
My apologies, Your Highness.
We are at war, and yet you fight amongst each other. What is going on here?
We were simply whipping these lazy slugs into action.
Lazy slugs? You say this of the troops under my command?
Who else could I possibly be referring to?
It would be one thing if those words were directed at me alone. But to insult those who put their lives on the line in the name of their homeland? Take back your words, or my spear will not stop again.
This should be fun.
A most unexpected turn of events.
Of which there was no going back from.
I have one concern. Lady Elia is in Rundal Castle.
Indeed, we cannot leave her there. I shall go.
We are counting on you.
I understand. I shall spirit Lady Elia away from Rundal and accompany her to Heinler Castle. Be swift.
I still can't fathom why King Jaden would depend on the likes of you for anything.
King Jaden sees all that must be seen. And it is for that reason he places his trust in Heinler.
It amazes me that you still fail to see you are but disposable pawns. The bloodline of the dragon, was it? I'll skin you and see for myself.
To mock my army is an act no different to spitting upon the sword of King Jaden. You will recant your insults!
The sword of King Jaden? In case you failed to notice, His Highness is a man of the gun. And besides, what do you think King Jaden would do if he found out you'd ran me through, hmm?
He might wish for my head, and I would gladly offer it to him.
What?
King Jaden is destined to unify the continent of Ardra and stand as its one true ruler. Should he desire my corpse as a cornerstone for his rule, so be it.
Still your weapons! On my honor, I beseech you.
Lord Raldor. My people are not without fault in this. Lord Raldor, raise your head. The army of Heindler will continue the siege on Ovis Castle.
Curse that Raldor. We were but one blow away.
No. It merely means that the time is not yet upon us. Mor must be informed of this before she reaches Rundal Castle. To me, Shinobi. Here. Make haste and deliver word to Mor. Tell her that the Alliance still holds and to return to us at once.
As you command.
What is this? It is almost as if water has been drained from the lake. Ramada, what happened here?
Had I not told you, Ovis is capable of flooding the surroundings of their castle at will, to keep their enemies at bay.
But now that water is receding, was this Jaden's doing, or...?
King Mont.
In case you're wondering, it seems like it was Luciel's idea to drain the lake.
You are...
Huh. You showed up at just the right time.
What do you mean?
I almost forgot to introduce myself. The name's Garvel.
The headsman of the Arms Dealers Guild.
That's right. At your service.
Heindler soldiers.
Looks like they found us. May as well give them a thrashing while we're here.
What happened to Garvel?
I'm not sure. I guess he ran off.
Who might you be?
I am Mont, the King of Leonis. I have brought my forces at Dia's request.
Ah, we have been awaiting your arrival. Please, Your Highness, come this way.
King Mont, you have my deepest gratitude. I will never forget the debt we owe you.
I'm glad we made it here in time.
Well meant, King Mont.
May I ask why you drained the water around the castle?
We received word that Rundal planned to mount a siege cannon on their ship.
The castle would not be able to endure fire from such a weapon.
And so you were forced to drain the water.
That is correct.
Draining the water does not serve only us, however. The forces of Rundal and Heindler will soon assail our walls. It is truly miraculous that you arrived before that happened.
There is another thing you should know. We encountered Garvel of the Arms Dealers Guild nearby. What would the headsman of the guild be doing here in the middle of the war?
Well...
Allow me to explain. The truth of the matter is,
So, we're expected to take down Rundal while he leads Heindler in a fool's hunt.
Garvel said we had arrived at just the right time. This must be what he spoke of.
So what about this last resort of yours?
We cannot speak of it yet, for that is the nature of such a recourse.
I knew it! Mont!
Camilo, and Elzarel as well.
It has been some time, Your Highness.
What are you doing here?
We are here to lend aid to Ovis, of course.
Where's Marcherie?
She remains in Horn Castle. We are concerned with the movements of the Sanctum.
I do not believe the Sanctum will pose you any problems.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Oh, it is but a feeling.
But this plan, will it really work? If Garvel fails to draw Heindler's forces away from here,
I see a light in the darkness. But light does not always reveal good things.
Sacrifices such as Garvel matter not to me. We shall see Rundal crushed, no matter what methods we must employ.
what is it?
I bring a message from Lord Gernsback.
Speak.
The Alliance still holds. Return to us at once.
Could it be that altercation failed to escalate?
Yes, my lady. King Oberon resolved the situation shortly after your departure.
Is that so?
Lady Moore,
Lady Elia bears deep-rooted hatred for Jaden. Stars in the sky, reveal to me how I should best guide that hatred.
Lady Moore, if I am not needed, I shall return.
You have done well, but there is no need for you to return to Gernsback.
Then what do you require of me?
Your death.
What?
Unaware of the message from Gernsback, I continued my course to Rundal Castle. Yes, this will do nicely. Elia will serve my purpose to bring down Rundal and herald the demise of Jaden.
So you're the ones. Imprisoned by Rundal after they tore your homeland from you. You needn't despair anymore. I will see you freed from this place. Just stay strong for me a little longer.
What troubles you, Gernsback?
That conflict was supposed to drive our forces apart. Yet now the assault on Ovis has somehow gained momentum. When King Oberon took his spear in hand and faced Elan, I truly thought the time was upon us.
As did I, yet there was no bloodlust in the king. It even felt as if it was simply a heavy-handed way to display our loyalty to Jaden.
I imagine you are right. While we need not worry for Lady Elia anymore, our current course makes me fear for Lady Luciel.
Our hopes rest in Garvel.
They do, but I have yet to receive reports of him leaving Ovis Castle.
What if Garvel fails to persuade the princess?
Then we will find our way into the castle ahead of Rundal and convince her ourselves. There is naught else we can do. Huh? That was Jaden.
It just occurred to me. We have not seen him on the field for a time. I imagine he was simply resting while we dealt with the front lines.
Yet he now takes action for some reason. Did he receive word of our conflict? Or could it be something else?
I finally caught up with you. King Jaden. I told you to stop with that king business. Anyway, my apologies for what happened earlier. Of what do you speak? I received a report from Raldor that Elan wasn't on his best behavior. We are clearly at fault in some manner to be as untrusted as we are.
Listen to me, Oberon. Never have I looked down upon you. Or Heindler, for that matter. Not a single time. We may be divided in two for now, but I hope that our nations will be one someday. I hear there are those who mockingly claim the great stag will devour the dragon. But such things are not worthy of our concern. For our era to truly come, we must first unite the continent. Gilgamesh has his schemes, and then there are those beyond the falls. But I will not allow any of them to have their way. I promise you that. I had intended to tell this to the entirety of both our armies, but alas. I can't help but think the soldiers of Heindler are still prone to misconstruing matters. Perhaps out of wariness, I suppose.
The weight of your ideals is clear. In the very least, it is to me.
I know. What is it?
Reporting, Your Highness. The forces of Leonis have arrived at Ovis Castle.
Well, well, well. Mont doesn't waste any time, does he?
You are familiar with the King of Leonis?
I certainly am. We were on the battlefield together just recently, actually.
Together, you say? What exactly do you speak of?
We shared ranks with the allied forces of Leonis and Horn to crush Wizette.
I thought you returned to Rundal Castle.
I did, but then Alaya gave me the cold treatment. So I took my army on a little excursion to Wizette.
You fought alongside your enemy.
The King of Leonis was quite the man, you know. Brave, mindful of his troops, and fearsome in his command of the ancient ring to boot.
You would sing such praise for Mont.
Well-deserved praise at that. He's a worthy opponent, and one whom I cannot wait to face on the battlefield.
King Jaden.
All right. I'd say it's time to resume the assault. We take Ovis Castle in one fell swoop.
Reporting! Garvel was spotted leaving the castle before fleeing to the eastern forest.
He was? Why would you report to me on Garvel's movements when it is Ovis we face? Who gave you your orders?
Lord Gernsback, Your Highness.
Gernsback!
At your command, Your Highness.
Go easy on him.
Why were you monitoring Garvel? You will answer me.
Then truth be told,
you employed Garvel to make off with Luciel's ring?
yes, Your Highness. My actions go beyond my station.
Beyond your station? You insolent fool!
My apologies, Your Highness.
Stop, Oberon.
King Jaden may have made us face tribulation to test our resolve. But it was with insight far greater than ours that he gave such orders. Yet you would unravel King Jaden's carefully woven stratagem.
This goes no further, Oberon.
Stand aside, King Jaden.
If you understand what's at stake, then you be the one to step up.
Me?
You heard me. What do you gain from allowing yourself to strike down one of your own commanders in a moment of fury? Nothing ever plays out as one plans it. What's important is how you adapt and make the unexpected do your bidding. And in the very end, achieving what one set out to do is all that truly matters, is it not?
You are too generous with your wisdom.
I shall let you be the one to choose.
Choose what, exactly?
Pursue Garvel, or continue the siege on Ovis. My forces will take the path you leave unchosen for Heindler. Which will it be?
The army of Heindler shall pursue Garvel with all its might.
Interesting. Why is that your choice?
Since a short while ago, visions summoned by the ancient ring have not been seen on the battlefield. I believe this could mean that Luciel has fled Ovis Castle alongside Garvel.
You have a sharp mind, Oberon. I was thinking the same thing. Luciel would never hand the ring over to the likes of Garvel. I'll only ask you this once. Do you have it in you to slay your betrothed?
If that is what you command of me.
So be it. But be warned, Luciel is a terror with that ring at her command. Garvel knows what he's doing as well, for that matter. And if it turns out the ring really has gone beyond the walls, you call upon me without a moment's hesitation. Understood?
As you wish.
The army of Heindler will hereby pursue Garvel under the command of Oberon. The army of Rundal will continue the siege on Ovis Castle. Move out!
How do you fare?
Well enough.
Is that a laugh I hear?
That blow from King Oberon's spear. His mastery grows ever refined. I feel more joy than pain when I recount what happened. King Oberon will soon undergo his awakening.
Awakening?
To the blood of the dragon passed down through each generation of the Heindler family. Once the venerable bloodline which courses through him awakens.
You believe that will be his severance from Jaden?
There is no way to know. Yet, even so, that is the faint hope to which we must cling.
Indeed it is. There is something that troubles me, however.
What is it?
Mor has not returned to us.
You're right.
And neither has the shinobi we sent for her. Could it be the shinobi was unable to deliver our message?
Even if that were the case, Mor would merely take Lady Elia to Heindler Castle. Unless Lady Elia were to desire something greater than that.
And what would that something be?
Lady Elia was disgusted by the very notion of her wedding procession.
You do not mean to say she may try to take Rundal Castle while Jaden is at war?
Have we no way to know what goes on in the castle? Our shinobi are not up to the task.
I have a way.
No, it will do us no favors for you to disappear again.
Nea. Here. You needn't kneel to me. I am not your master.
But...
You are a friend like none other. You know that.
Yes.
I need you to go to Heindler Castle and ascertain whether Lady Elia has returned. And if she has not...
I should then go to Rundal Castle.
Indeed. Our priority is to confirm the safety of Lady Alaya. But if she is in peril...
I will save her, no matter what it takes.
We are counting on you. But do not risk any danger that you can avoid. My heart would break if anything were to happen to you.
I understand.
Now, make haste.
Well then, we'd best do the same. We must catch up to Garvel and confirm the whereabouts of Princess Luciel.
Then let us waste no time.
Let us take our rest here.
King Oberon, we're still able to press on.
I second that, Your Highness. We cannot afford to allow Garvel to get any further ahead of us.
It is not fangless prey which we hunt. If they employ the ring against us, we will face a battle most perilous. We take advantage of whatever respite we can now, so that we may be ready for what is to come. Understood?
Yes, Your Highness.
King Oberon, where is it that you go?
I wish to be alone for a moment.
Oh, of course.
Where are you, Luciel? What is it that goes through your mind? I thought you would believe in me and entrust the ring to my care. And then the nations of Hyndler, Rundal, and Ovis would stand as one to rule over Ardra. And yet, King Jaden did not celebrate our union. I swear it upon my life that my love for you does not wane. Not now. Not ever. Alas, I am unable to leave King Jaden's side at this time. For even now, those memories come back to haunt me in my dreams. Vile memories of my time imprisoned by Lycaros, which gnaw away at my soul. It was like being sentenced to hell itself. When the nights grew late, I was dragged from my cell and tossed before the king of Lycaros. Sometimes it was for the entertainment of the nobles. At other times for the king's own sordid needs. Many a time did I think to end my own misery. Yet I did not have the courage to do so. The two I shared the dungeon with, King Jaden, who tried to keep my spirits high, and Gernsback, who offered me solace. It was the kindness in their hearts that allowed me to endure the disgrace of my existence. After a time, Rundal rose up against Lycaros. King Jaden broke out of the dungeon and proceeded to slay scores of Lycaros soldiers with a gun he had secretly procured. He freed Gernsback and me from our bonds. And yet, I was too terrified to fight, paralyzed by the thought of what would happen should the uprising be quashed. I knew I would have been forced to suffer more nights of even greater humiliation. I felt myself begin to plummet into madness, so keenly that my bladder released itself. Yet even then, as I stood there trembling in my own filth, King Jaden embraced me and told me I had nothing to fear, instilling my frail soul with courage. Unbothered by my state, he took my hand and led me out of the darkness which sought to consume me. In that moment, I knew where I belonged, and that my path could only be under King Jaden's providence.
King Oberon.
Gernsback. How fare the troops?
They are ready to march, at your order.
I see. Then, let us continue on.
Your Highness, are you truly certain of this?
You know why this must be. You are imprisoned by my side. My life is mine to live, only because of King Jaden.
Your Highness.
Let us dally no longer.
There he is! It's Garvel!
We have you now.
Oberon, it's been a while.
Where is Luciel?
Luciel? Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but you'll only find me here.
What about the ring?
Did you truly think she would simply hand it over?
Then why did you run from the castle? All you had to do was report back with word that the ring was not in your possession.
What reason would I have to do that,
What?
After all, you're just putting me in harm's way to help you save Luciel, aren't you? Don't even bother trying to convince me otherwise. So, given the circumstances, I decided to use you in return.
You used us?
That's right. To draw Heindler away so that Rundal would be left all on its own.
You truly are thick-skulled, aren't you? Every last soldier under the banners of Leonis and Horn could flock to Ovis, yet it would change little. You underestimate the might of Rundal.
But what if Luciel still had some tricks up her sleeve?
Explain yourself. Do you mean to say Luciel agreed to this plot of yours?
I think you misunderstand. It wasn't me who plotted this one out.
No. Luciel could not be behind this. It is unfathomable. She hates schemes and trickery in all their forms.
That would likely be true if we were talking about the same Luciel.
What is that supposed to mean?
Anyway, this concludes my business here. You can go off and fight whoever you like now.
We are not done here. King Jaden has been angered on many occasions by the underhanded conduct of the Arms Dealers Guild. I shall capture you here and deliver you to your judgment.
I shall not abide it.
The Sanctum is here.
I was told I'd find aid here in the forest. But I have to admit, I wasn't expecting the Sanctum. I figured you would have been hell-bent on striking at Rundal.
So, the Sanctum does indeed cast its shadow over the Arms Dealers Guild.
Do not misunderstand our motives. We act merely to protect the rights and liberties of the persecuted people of Izog.
What blatant absurdity. Resnick, deliver word to King Jaden. Tell him that the Sanctum stands behind Garvel.
You shall do no such thing.
Pressed by mere Sanctum monks.
How in the heavens do their troops have such reserves?
Prolonging this battle will only result in our defeat. We must slay their commander, Grace, before that comes to pass.
I shall pierce forth and provide them a target they cannot ignore. Take that opportunity to turn the tide of battle, Your Highness.
Fear not. There will be no need for such boldness.
That voice. Subtly. Why are you here?
Why, King Oberon, long have I wished for an audience with you.
An audience, you say?
Yes, indeed. For I wish to bestow my blessing upon your holy union with Princess Lucielle.
King Oberon, do not be swayed by this one's words.
Your suspicion wounds me. Though not to an extent which would dissuade me from sharing the key to saving your dear princess from her plight.
What is it you speak of?
There is but one way. Abandon your alliance with Rundal.
A foolish notion.
But is it? Rundal will consume all that is Heindler. It is a fate which grows all the more inevitable. Jaden seeks to take everything from you, Oberon. Your beloved sister. The warriors you honed with your very own hands. Your proud nation. And even the venerable bloodline of the dragon. Why is it you offer him everything you hold dear?
One such as you would never comprehend.
You would be surprised.
Leave this place at once, or face the wrath of my spear.
Damn these monks. Is there no end to them?
It almost seems so. This bodes poorly for us.
My believers gather here from all corners of the realm. But that is no call for you to despair. For the light of the crystal shall surely guide you too with its brilliance.
Spare us your drivel. We shall not surrender to the likes of you.
I cannot help but think you misunderstand my intent. As I said, I wish to bestow my blessing upon the holy union between King Oberon and Princess Lucielle. And to be clear, the common enemy which we must face is Jaden of Rundal.
Utter not another word.
As you wish. We shall withdraw.
Are you sure about this?
Quite so. King Oberon, you can still make the right choice. Save Princess Lucielle. Save the woman you love.
Your Highness.
Why did Sadali choose such a time to withdraw? The monks at his command are nigh on thrice our number. Even should they fail to eliminate us completely, it could have easily dealt irrevocable damage to our ranks. Yet why did they choose not to?
King Oberon, we haven't the time for this. We must return to Ovis Castle.
Indeed. Let us make haste.
What are you playing at?
What do you mean, pray tell?
All you had to do was keep up the attack, and you could have taken down one or two of the Six Fangs. Oberon will neither defy nor betray Jaden. You know this.
I wonder if that is indeed so. Upon coming face to face with Oberon, I felt that it would serve us better to use him rather than fight him.
You think that's possible?
Who is to say? All I have done is plant the seeds of doubt.
Hold it! Where are you off to now?
Why, To Ovis Castle, of course.
To what end?
To bear witness to the path Oberon will choose.
Do you actually think he will betray Jaden?
No. As I said, I have only planted the seeds of doubt. Whether or not they sprout rebellion is a matter for the future to reveal. Will you be joining us?
I think I'll pass.
I see. Well then, may we meet again.
It's starting to feel like Luciel even has Sottile doing what she wants. It's probably for the best if I lie low for a while.
Lady Moore, what business do you have here?
I wish to see Lady Elia.
Her Highness is currently indisposed.
It's fine. She may pass. What is the matter?
There is news you must hear.
Very well. Come with me to my chambers. Heindler has turned against Rundal. Could this truly be?
Yes. Gernsback asked me to deliver word to you myself. He also urged that you return to Heindler for your own safety.
No. I think I shall stay right here.
That is the very answer I had foreseen.
Taking this castle will only aid my brother's victory.
Well, isn't this getting interesting?
Let us send word to Lady Marial and assemble the forces of Goga.
I guess that means it's finally time for us to claim a castle of our own.